Hola, hola, it's your girl Erica from America. Welcome to the Confidence Chronicles podcast. This podcast is all about helping you stand in who you are. Stop giving a fuck what people think about you. Start standing as your fully expressed self. As you are, as is, there is no filter needed. You are fucking awesome, and I am here to remind you. I'm a confidence coach, and I'm a bold stand for confidence, and I cannot wait to dig into today's episode with you. Goodness. So I am in the longest lockdown ever, and we just got told our 6-week lockdown here in Melbourne, stage 4, which means we can't do anything, can't go anywhere, has been extended. So my heart is going out to every single one of you out there who is listening to this, who may be in a country that is in lockdown, who may be experiencing any kind of hardship in regards to this COVID long as fuck pandemic. My heart is with you. I'm feeling you, feeling all the feels. We just got the news, and, it's been a pretty flat couple of days over here for us, trying to write this book in the midst of all this shit going down, and it's just really hard. So I just want to say I love you, and I feel you, and I'm holding space for whatever it is you're going through, and I'm so happy that you're listening to the podcast, because hopefully some of the words, some of the episodes are pumping your ass up in order to keep you grounded into what you can do and what you can focus on. So I love you. Today's episode is something I realized that I've never talked about on the podcast. Jealousy. What? I've never talked about jealousy on the podcast. And I don't experience jealousy anymore. And that's probably why I don't talk about it. But it doesn't mean I haven't experienced a shitload of jealousy. And so today's episode, I really wanted to talk to you about why I believe we're jealous and what I think it's a sign for, what you can do about it, because it's so important. I've had a few people message me on Instagram and ask me about jealousy. And so I thought we need an episode on this, and we might have more, but this is definitely going to cover the main part about jealousy that I haven't discussed at all. And I want to say, or start by talking about, when I was younger and I was in relationships with men who I guess would be called narcissist, that I attracted these men into my life because I had this story going that I wasn't good enough and that I wasn't worthy enough and that they were better than I was. So they were better. I was lucky I was with them, stuff like that. All of this lack of confidence, lack of worthiness, and lack of self-belief in these relationships. So when I got into these relationships, I remember I was beautiful body-wise. I had pre-kids. I had been modeling a lot in Miami. I was on music videos and doing magazine covers, and I need to share a podcast about that. That was a crazy time in my life. And I was in my validation seeking phase, which is also an upcoming podcast, validation seeking. So watch out for that one. And it was crazy because technically from the outside, I looked amazing. And you would never think that I would be someone who would be self-conscious or jealous. But that is exactly what I was at the time. And so I got with these men in these relationships. And one of the people that I dated when I came to Australia, I had this really big complex about how I was damaged goods, how I was a broken American Puerto Rican woman from the hood, and this guy was the rich Australian, a rich Australian guy who never had experienced any hardship like that, who didn't know, who looked down upon, where I was raised and how I was raised and what I was doing prior to coming to Australia, which was modeling pretty full time. And so I remember, there's been so many instances, but one of these was I had this guy that I was with, and I checked his computer, because this is the shit that we do when we lack confidence and we don't believe we're good enough. We get jealous, and then we're looking for reasons to prove ourselves right. So I was checking his computer, and of course I found some really dodgy shit about watching women on video cams and all that stuff. And that just fucked with my confidence even more. And not because of what he did. It's fucked up what he did, but it was because I already had my confidence was already shot. I already didn't believe in myself. And it was just more like a self-fulfilling prophecy kind of thing. And so I looked for the evidence. I found the evidence. And then I made it mean that I'm not good enough and I'm not pretty enough and there's someone better and he doesn't want me and I'm damaged goods and da 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 da. Yeah. There was another relationship where I was with a guy who would look up his ex-girlfriend on his Instagram. On his Facebook. So I would go to his phone again. I was that woman. Let me check your phone when you're not paying attention and find, him searching from his ex-girlfriend and looking at her photos, and she had sent him naked photos and all this stuff. And it was just that stuff that we think doesn't matter, by the way, keeps and stays under the subconscious rug of your fucking life. You just sweep that shit under the rug and you're like, yeah, it's not a big deal. Next relationship, that little shit under the rug starts growing. And the more things that happen to you in regards to, you not believing in yourself and you not thinking you're worthy enough leads to this fucking jealousy. And I'm not just talking jealousy in relationships. Like what I'm explaining to you was my jealousy in relationships. But really, jealousy leads back to how you don't think you're good enough. If you are jealous about someone's money, it is because you think you can't make what they have and you wish you could, but you actually can't. So you start hating on them and judging them when in reality, you want what they've got. You want to create what they've created. When you're jealous about a woman, you're looking at them because you think they look better than you, they're prettier than you, they're whatever than you, and you wish you felt like that. Jealousy is an interesting sign from the universe or God or Allah or Buddha, whatever you believe in. It is an interesting sign letting us know that there is work to be done within ourselves. It's a sign letting us know that there's an area, there's a lack, there's a gap, there's some shit going on that you're not willing to look at. You are never just jealous of someone because of nothing. It usually will lead back to a subconscious belief that you have about yourself. Whether it's jealousy in a relationship, maybe you think your man's looking at women, maybe you think your woman's looking at women, maybe, you think that they're cheating on you or that they're texting people or that they're following and watching other women. It was so hilarious. I went onto my husband's phone and on his Instagram, because I use his phone, he uses my phone. This is the only relationship, me and Hamish, my husband now, that I've ever been like, I don't care about password protection. Like literally, Hamish knows everything about my phone, everything about my life, no fear, nothing. He knows who I am fully and vice versa, right? We have massive trust. So I'm on his phone and I go something to the Explorer page on Instagram, which by the way is an algorithm. So if you put in, a bunch of photos of naked people or photos of babies or photos of nails or photos of pimple popping, whatever, it'll start showing you that. And so I go to his Instagram Explorer page and I see all these women and like fitness gear. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then I'm like, you know what? I am right now lacking something. And y'all, I've been trying to lose weight. I lost weight. I lost 2 or 3 kilos on this lockdown. I've been working on my body. I've been doing these things, but I feel so stuck. I still feel like the weight's not coming off. It's fucking takes time, doesn't it? It's this patience. And so I remember I said to him, honey, I just need to check this with you because I will lose sleep over this. And I know it's me. I know it's my shit. My husband is so respectful. It's like he's too respectful. It's out of control. So I'm like, listen, this is how I feel. And I know that he's like, girl, you're a tripping. I'm looking at this fitness gear thing. And there's a company here that he loves in Melbourne and he uses their fitness gear. And obviously fitness companies use women. They're not using a bunch of men. And it's just so funny because we started talking about it and I was like, this is my shit. I thought that I had covered, my feeling about myself and not feeling so lacking and confidence and lacking this, but my body right now after 2 kids and I used to be a fucking bikini model, and so there's still a story there about my body and how it's not good enough and how it's not toned enough or tight enough. We've been in fucking lockdown. I've been working my ass out in lockdown every day, 5 days a week in lockdown for the last 5 weeks. I am doing the damn thing. I don't eat shit, but I still have my own inner lack, and my inner lack goes outwards, and then I go, oh, husband, you don't think I'm pretty enough. Oh, partner, you don't like me enough. Oh, society, I'm not good enough. It's like, no, like these are our own fucking concerns. Do you understand? This is our own shit. So when you haven't looked at your own shit, it really pops up for you and you end up pointing outwards as to something else. I'm jealous, or it's because of that person. When in reality, if you are jealous of someone or someone is jealous of you, it is literally their shit. It's a problem that they got going on, or it's a problem you got going on of some unresolved stuff. And when you start doing this work, when you start really working on yourself and uncovering your thoughts and really sitting with your egoic ways, we all have egoic ways. This is a part of the human experience. And when you start looking at it neutral, with no emotion and no meaning, and you just look at what humans do and why we do what we do, you really start to realize how much of our stuff we haven't worked on, how much of our stuff comes up in arguments and conversations, how much our ego wants to take over, how much we want to be right and make others wrong. You know, I took my husband, when I spoke with him, I said, honey, this is all me, by the way. This is not you. I just need to clear it with you, because if not, I'm not going to be able to sleep. I was crying. I'm like, I know this is my shit. You know I need to be patient because my body is transitioning and changing. And by the way, when you lose weight, after you've had kids or whatever it is, if you're trying to lose a good amount of weight, 10 kilos, 20 pounds, whatever, you need to be patient. That shit does not happen quickly. It doesn't. And if it happens quickly, it's a fad diet and you're going to put that shit back on. It's not sustainable. When you're trying to lose weight sustainably, or when you're trying to be fit and healthy sustainably, it takes a lot of time. And so I'm just in that space of like, oh, I just really want my stomach to be flat. I don't want to have a mummy tummy. I don't care about any other part of my body. My body's pretty sexy, but my tummy, right? After having 2 kids, stretchy, saggy, I just got my boobs taken out, my breasts taken out and lifted. That feels great. Now I've got my stomach. You know, just this fucking lockdown, all this shit, being stuck at home with my kids during this time. You know, I'm sharing my shit so you could hopefully see yourself in this. And so when I'm coming to my husband and saying, oh, you don't think I'm pretty, or, you know, I don't like my body, or do you think whatever, and I'm making assumptions, none of that is him. None of that. He loves me, he wants to have sex with me, he thinks I'm beautiful, he thinks I'm sexy, he tells me all the time. That's all my story. And I did a podcast about this called Sexy Motherhood, by the way, in case you want to listen to that, where I shared more about this kind of story. The story that we follow that's, I'm not good enough, I'm fat, I'm ugly, my husband doesn't think I'm sexy, my wife doesn't think I'm sexy, I got a big tummy, I don't look like this. And because we believe that bullshit, then we don't get ready, we don't look after ourselves, we don't show up in a way where we are confident, we don't present sensuality to our partner, we present a lack of confidence. And then when our partner sees the lack of confidence, they react to that. Then we go, see, I told you you don't like me, you don't think I'm sexy. It's like, no, you're acting like you're gross and you're off and you're not good. And how am I going to treat you if you're not coming to me with confidence? And so we act this way. We put it on. We put the thought and the feeling on. We walk around into our lives with it. And then we get angry when people react to that thought. They're not reacting to you. They're reacting to who you're being. Who you're being, which is, I'm not good enough. I'm lacking confidence. I'm so shit. And so jealousy is highly connected to this. I feel like it's integrally connected to it. It is that. You know, when you look at someone and you're like, I'm jealous, I wish I had that. Or how come she has that and I don't have that? If you think about that, there is a block inside of yourself that you have not worked with and have not uncovered. So for all of you out there who may be experiencing jealousy of someone else, and by the way, if you have told yourself, you know what, fuck, I'm jealous of someone, like congrats, because it's a really hard thing to do. It's not easy to say I'm jealous, and I know it's wrong, but I am. It's not easy to say that. So if you've said that to yourself and you're doing the work on that, I really, really, really honor you and I give it up to you, because it's a hard thing to do. So you figure out, okay, I'm jealous. Maybe you're jealous of a lady at work. Maybe you're jealous of a person's followers. Maybe you're jealous of someone's business. Whatever it is. Write it down. Write down what is it about it that you're jealous. What do you wish you had that they have? What do you wish it was like that their shit is like? Whatever it is, don't feel bad or petty. The thing is that if we deny that we're jealous, we don't ever get to get some traction around it. We don't ever get to work on it. So you telling yourself, you know what, I am jealous. I'm jealous of so-and-so's business. I'm jealous that it looks like she's killing it on Instagram. I'm jealous that, you know, she's bounced back after having a baby. I'm jealous that she looks so young. I'm jealous that her husband and her look so happy and they make so much money. Whatever it is, write it down. If you don't know it, you can't change it. And this is for everything, by the way. If you do not keep it fucking real as fuck with yourself and write down these things and look at these things, they're ugly and they're hard to look at. But if you don't look at them, you're going to live your life pretending that it's not a reality, and it actually is. So in your subconscious, that shit is running the show of your life. So either you look at that shit or that shit's going to deal with you quietly. So you write it down, boom, what is it? Take it, open it up. Take a piece of paper, write it down, have a look at it. Try to look at it with no emotion. Try to look at it without judging yourself. Try to just look at it and say, okay, if my husband has been looking at, fit women on Instagram, let's say, and he wasn't, but let's just say at the time I didn't know, and he's looking at fit women on Instagram, and I feel bad about it. I feel like shit about it. So I would say, what about this makes me feel jealous? What about this makes me feel bad? What about this makes me not feel good enough? You get me? What about this circumstance, whatever circumstance you have, makes me feel jealous? Write it down. Well, I feel like he thinks they're pretty and I'm not. I feel like he likes looking at fit women and I'm not fit. Whatever, their physical appearance is beautiful and I feel fat and ugly. Whatever it is, write it down for yourself. And then I'm going to give you these 3 questions that I recently heard from, I don't even know who it was, one of my mentors, mentors that I look up to on television. When I say mentors, I don't mean like I've worked with people all the time, but people that really have changed my life, like a teacher, or I don't know if it was Wayne Dyer or if it was a woman who works on psychology. I can't remember. But these are the questions. Question 1 is, what actually happened? So what actually happened is I looked at my husband's phone and there were fitness women in fitness clothing. That's what actually happened. Okay? Now, question 2 is, what did I make it mean? So what happened? What did you make it mean is question 2. What did I make it mean? Well, I made it mean that my husband thinks that these women are beautiful and that I'm not beautiful, and he likes thin, fit bodies, and he doesn't love my curvy body. That's what I made it mean. I made it mean that they were good and I was bad. I made it mean that he's not attracted to me. I made it mean that he doesn't love me. I made it mean that he doesn't want to have sex with me. I made it mean so many things in the moment, right? Question 3 is, what else could it mean? This is a game changer. What else could it mean? He was looking for fitness clothing. It's a company in Melbourne called Etch. And Etch uses a lot of women. In their Instagram, it's all women. And Instagram's an algorithm. You click on something, you get to see it. I clicked on someone popping a pimple once, which I didn't even know what that was. And I do not like that. By the way, that is not up my alley. And then I got all these fucking things of videos of people doing it. And I'm like, oh my God, what is this? And then I stopped clicking on it and it stopped showing up. Now I have like all these press-on nails and acrylic nails that show up and celebrity before and afters for some stupid reason. Right? So what else could it mean? I don't know. It could mean he was looking at fitness gear. It could mean that he appreciates looking at beautiful women. There is nothing wrong with that, yo. Like, I will be the first one to be like, babe, she's beautiful. And he's like, oh yeah. But he's very respectful, my husband. But if you have a partner who's not respectful, meaning they are all about sexy, beautiful women, cool. And a lot of men are like that. A lot of men like looking at beautiful women. It's something to be respectful and look at someone. It's something else to be cheating on someone and sending messages and fucking having sex with video cams like this guy that I was with was doing. That shit's fucked up. And because that happened, by the way, in my past, that's where my fear was coming from of my husband. In my past, my ex-boyfriend was looking up his ex-girlfriend. In my past, my partner wouldn't have sex with me, but he would gladly jerk off to, a computer chick. A virtual porn thing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm coming in with my old fears, with my past shit, with my own insecurities, my stories, and then I'm attacking my partner about something or someone. So think about it for you. What actually happened? You went on someone's Instagram and saw that they won a fitness competition, or you saw that their business looks like it's going off. Okay, that's what happened. So what happened? What did you make it mean? I made it mean that because her business won an award, let's say you're comparing yourself to a woman on Instagram or her business. I made it mean that because she won an award, that she's good and I'm shit. And her business is flying and mine is not. Oh, because she has 50,000 followers, I made it mean that she's better at business than I am. What else could it mean? It could mean that she bought followers. It could mean that she's got a lot of followers, but she has no engagement. It could, I mean, there's so many meanings when we see stuff and we make things mean things. We have to ask ourselves, what the fuck are we doing? You know, when my husband walks in and he slams the door, it doesn't mean that he hates my guts. It doesn't mean that he's angry at me. It has nothing to do with me most of the time. He could have had a bad fucking day. Somebody could have cut him off. He could have heard news about something. You know, like, look at how we make things mean things so much. So jealousy, write down what the fuck you're jealous about, who you're jealous about. Ask yourself, why am I jealous? What about this is triggering and pissing me off? What about this am I allowing myself to be triggered by? Why am I jealous about this person or this circumstance or this thing? And then write down what actually happened. What did you make it mean? What else could it mean? And if you have someone, if you're not jealous, but you see people are jealous of you, get over it. Straight up. People will be jealous. Of course they will be. People will be jealous of you. That has nothing to do with you. You don't have to worry about that. If you are worried about how people are jealous about you and that's affecting you, you need to do the work on that. Because people will be jealous, people will copy you, people will try to take your shit, people will talk bad about you, people will criticize you, people will also fucking love you and speak the world of you and message you and tell you how great you are. All of that is a possibility. You have to be willing to dance with all of the possibilities that life is going to throw at you, especially if you're out there doing some good shit. You know, I know the critics are coming. I know that when I do my book, people are going to hate it. I know that there will be people that go, this book is shit. I know that. Good, welcome. I don't give a fuck what you have to say. I'm doing everything I can to make sure the book is amazing. And all I care about is my goddamn opinion. So I'm looking forward to the critics. I'm looking forward to people talking shit about my book. I'm not going to make that anything. Fuck what people think about that. I don't care. So if somebody's jealous about you, that's not your problem. That is their problem. If they come at you with it, you could talk to them about it. But what this is an invitation for you to check your jealousy. Jealousy comes because we think someone has something that we can't have. And it's bullshit. You can have it. If you want it, you can go for what you want. Jealousy, to me, when it pops up for us, is an invitation for you to go deep into what the hell it is that triggered you so that you could start working on it. That's all it is. If you are jealous of someone, if you are jealous about what they have, if you are jealous about what they look like, if you're jealous about anything, it is a little sign, boop, 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 trying to hit you up going, hey, you need to look at this. Hey, this needs your attention. Hey, what's happening here? And if you go deep and follow that, you will find some work that needs to be done. Do the work, shift it, done. No big deal. Everybody goes through jealousy. Every freaking body. And I'll leave you with this. Hamish once said to me, I was comparing myself to someone. And it's obviously the cousin of comparison, right? Jealousy and comparison, they hang out. They're besties. They're homegirls. And I was comparing myself. And my husband said to me, don't compare your chapter 1 to someone's chapter 25. And it's so true. I could be jealous about the success of another woman because I think I make up stories about how she did this, she did that, and I haven't. Or I could go, you know what? I have no idea what's going on for her. I know what's going on for me, and let me stay in my fucking lane and know what's going on for me so that I could grow my business and get it to where it needs to get to. If I'm looking at her and watching her, I'm going to lose track of me and what I'm trying to do. So jealousy is beautiful. I love it. Good. You're feeling jealous? Fantastic. Fantastic. Get excited. Some shit that you need to work on. Some shit that you think you unraveled that you haven't unraveled. That's what jealousy is about to me. Jealousy is an invitation to go deep into the work. And the more you run away from it, the more jealous you will become. And that is a problem with yourself. It's fucking self-poison. So if you don't work that shit out, it's going to affect you. If other people are jealous of you, that's not your problem. Let it go. That's it. That is it. I hope you love my little story about me and Hamish. It was so funny because it recently happened. And I'm like, this is such a great example for a podcast. Because it could have went different. It could have went, why are you looking at these women? Why, blah, blah, blah. And I assume that he's doing that. I attack my husband. I yell and scream and make a fucking fight. And then he's like, what? You don't trust me? What the fuck is going on with this? And then we argue and it turns into a bomb when in reality, I needed to go, this is my shit. P.S. First of all, this is my stuff. And I'm going to go ahead and say that. This is not you. There's nothing you did wrong. This is all my stuff. I just want to clear it so that I'm okay. And thank you for listening and holding space for me to do that. What? Yo, old Erica would have never done that ever, ever, ever. There's no way old Erica would have done that. And if you're like, there's no way I would do that, you got some motherfucking work to do, sister. And that's cool. That is cool. I didn't get here not doing work. Trust you me, who I was fucking 5 years ago, 8 years ago, 10 years ago, you wouldn't even have liked me. Trust me, if you love my podcast and you love who I am on social media, I promise you wouldn't have liked me 10 years ago. I didn't like me 10 years ago. So there's work to be done, always. So don't be upset if that's the case for you. Get excited. Because guess what? If it's something that's going on for you and you don't like it, you can fucking change it. You could change jealousy. You could transform jealousy into an appreciation of other women. How gorgeous is that? You could transform jealousy into appreciation. That is the bomb. And one of our mentors once said, what you appreciate in others appreciates in you. So if you start loving and holding space for women to fly and be amazing and appreciating them and you know, highlighting them and honoring them and raving fanning them, that will happen for you. That will happen for you for sure. All right, I love you so damn much. I'm going to go back to my lockdown life. I'll see you next week. My darling, we are in wild times right now. And in order for you to manage your mind and boost your immunity and be level-headed instead of panic, I want to invite you to consider online training, to consider joining a community, a sistership where you are going to be held, where you're going to be supported, where you have a safe space to unravel. And with all this time at home, you can actually better your life and work on yourself. Good news as well, I have now done a 12-month payment plan for the online sisterhood. So many women right now are experiencing trouble with their finances, losing their jobs, being single mothers, not knowing when their next money or paycheck is going to come from. And we are navigating that with our current sisterhood members. We are working with every woman that we can in order to support them in these tough times. And I hear you out there saying, I'd love to join the sisterhood, but I can't afford it. I can't afford 6 payments. So what I've done is made it a year-long program. It's a year-long program with a year-long payment plan. I really, really want you to consider if this is the time for you to join the sisterhood and work on yourself. It is available to you now. Let's do the damn thing. Thank you so much for listening. I so appreciate your ears, your time, your energy, and your attention. Please do me a favor and head over to Apple iTunes, subscribe so that you don't miss an episode, share this episode with a sister who you know needs to hear it, and if you feel called to, leave me a review. I'd love to know what you think about the podcast. I'd love to know how this information is helping you change your world. Thank you so much for being here. I know that there are many podcasts you could listen to, and I really appreciate you listening to mine. Have a gorgeous week, honey.